Hi friends, I have the honor of having with me Dr. T. A. Sangeeth. He is rank 5 in the NIMHANS entrance exam and he is in the DM Neurology section, and he has now the possibility to join DM Neurology straight after MBBS in the Apex Institute in the country, which is NIMHANS. I think it is an awesome achievement. How are you feeling today?
So I'm extremely happy, and this all was possible because of the DAMS notes. I have relied on nothing else but DAMS notes all through my preparation for AIMS, PGI, and NEET, and even NIMHANS.
So he was a regular course with us, regular course student with us
Yes.
in Pune, and how was your experience with the classes?
So the DAMS, I had joined DAMS regular in my final year, and the classes were really excellent, especially the radiology classes by Sumer sir, the psychiatry class by Sachin Arora sir, surgery by Rajiv Tiwari sir, and neurology classes by Achin Mehra sir.
So you felt that even the regular program itself was good enough for you to help you in the NIMHANS entrance exam?
Yes, sir. Even because at the end of the day, out of the 100 questions in NIMHANS, 70 are based on normal subjects. Only 30 questions are either neurosurgery or psychiatry. So the basic 70 marks does make a lot of difference. The rest 30 is important, but the 70 marks is also very important.
And this was a new thing that they had introduced this year. That
Yes,
they
sir.
divided
Yes, sir.
the paper into this. So how did you cope up with the new change? Suddenly they announced that okay, this time the suppose like you had opted for neurology.
Yes,
Suddenly the psychiatry becomes less important.
Yes, sir.
And so then how did you cope up with the entire thing?
So basically, at the in the last few days, I changed my focus to basically focusing on medicine and neurology. I shifted my focus from the surgical part, the neurosurgery and psychiatry. I had prepared for them, but the focus was mainly on neurology, and that's what I think made the difference.
And plus, you were good at all other subjects also, so that kind of built up the rank.
Yes,
Because
sir. Yes,
I've
sir.
seen many people do the error when they're preparing for NIMHANS. They try to go over into neuro,
Yes, sir.
and the rest of the 70 marks go, and
Yes,
then
sir.
you're not in the race
Yes.
any longer.
That is very true, because the 70 marks, as I said before, is very important because that's what builds your rank. And above and over it, you come in 1, 2, 3, 4 rank. That is what changes. But the 70 marks is your base, and for that you need to be good in the rest of the subjects. And especially this time, gynecology was important. So
I think even last time also.
yes, sir.
And so, how was your experience with the classes when you were attending the classes? Like, what was your strategy when you used to come to the class?
Yes, sir.
Did you come with an empty notebook, make notes? What was your strategy at that time?
My basic strategy was to come as early as possible so I could get the front seat, because if I know that if I sit behind, I'll sleep. So I used to, I used to pick the first bench. I used to have a bunch of my friends. If I'm not able to reach early, they would reach early and pick up the seats for me, and that helped. And especially, I used to have a new notebook and I used to make my own notes. Sometimes it was a little bit faster, so I used to take the help of my friends with respect to completing the notes.
And did you also enjoy the sessions that we conducted, like DVT, like we did, and grant tests
Yes.
that we do, or the testing platform? Anything that you would like to add here about them?
DVT, the DAMS visual treat, is one of the best things that happened to me, because I had I had doubts about my preparation initially, but when I did the DAMS DVT and I started revising and revising, I started getting better and better. And regarding the grand test, it is really important when you are doing test series to really focus on giving all the tests in time and look at the videos. You might have made mistakes, and you have to make mistakes to learn from them. It is good to make mistakes in the practice test than in the main exam, and you have to look at the videos so that you realize what you have done wrong.
So your strategy was, if I put it in a nutshell, that like you started early.
Yes, sir.
That was one of the things that helped you, that you started
sir.
in final year itself.
Yes, sir.
You attended classes with an empty notebook.
Yes, sir.
Made
Definitely.
made notes.
Yes, sir.
You took the effort to make sure that you get the best out of the teacher.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
And then you had a good bunch of friends who helped
Yes,
you
sir.
to
Yes, sir.
discussion,
Definitely,
and
definitely.
that helped out. And
Yes,
then
sir.
you added up with a layer of testing.
Yes,
You
sir.
made sure that you're giving tests religiously,
Yes, sir.
and you also made sure that you're learning from your mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think all that kind of rounded up to a rank 5 in NIMHANS.
Yes, sir.
And
Definitely.
I would add to it that you also then you were smart enough to see the change, that
Yes, sir.
this year the exam pattern was changing,
Yes,
and they
sir.
changed from a single paper to a multiple 30 question sets.
Yes,
For
sir.
neurology different, neurosurgery different, psychiatry. So
Yes,
you
sir.
could kind of place it, okay, your bets now on neurology, because that was
Yes,
your
sir.
dream subject.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So I what I want to tell is that from learning from him in 5 minutes you can actually learn how to go about it. It is all about starting early, making notes, doing tests, and being smart. You have to be smart to see what is happening in front of you. If the exam pattern, because today in India the exam patterns have become very dynamic. All of a sudden they change. All of a sudden they announce something
Yes,
else.
sir.
So you have to be very smart, and you can't be just you become panic that, oh my god, what has happened, like
Yes.
that.
That's very important, as sir said. Once if the exam pattern has changed, just imagine that maybe that will work in your favor. I mean, that's what you need to think. You shouldn't think that that will go against you. You should have a positive outlook that it might work in your favor. I think that's what made the difference in the end.
And how many times did you revise your class notes? Like many people would want to know, because a lot of times when you see a topper, the future generations, they want to know how many times should I revise?
At least 3 or 4 times complete revision has been done. As in, I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, if you have made a timetable and you are not able to stick to it, you should make sure that you are completing a subject. You can go 1 or 2 days in and out of the timetable, but you should finish the subjects, because if you finish half the subjects and the next time you revise you are not done the rest of the subject, then you will have a hard time revising. So it's better to take 1 or 2 extra days and to finish the subject.
Any particular teachers in DAMS that you want to mention today, or you were very
Yes.
impressed by them, or they kind of shaped your journey?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Sachin sir, Sumer sir, Rajiv Tiwari sir, and Anil Mirchandani sir for neuro, because I did not like gynecology at all, but the way he taught, I was able to retain a lot of gynecology and his notes were excellent.
Plus, gynae also is asked in NIMHANS.
Yes,
many,
sir.
many people do this mistake that they read neurology, they
Yes,
forget
sir.
that in NIMHANS even gynae questions are
Yes,
there, and
yes,
they actually
yes.
form your rank.
Yeah, that's what happened this time also. Gynae questions were a lot.
Yes. So let's get it from you. Like, what advice will you give to a future NIMHANS aspirant? Anybody who wants to do neurology from NIMHANS in future, just
Yes, sir.
like you. So, what would you advise them to do?
The basic advice is, if you are applying for only, if your interest is in only in neurology, try to focus. I mean, don't try to go too much into psychiatry or neurosurgery. But if you are interested in all three, you must try to manage your time with respect to neurology, neurosurgery, and psychiatry. Now, regarding the rest of the subjects, as I've already said, they do have they are very important. They do have a good weightage. So what I would suggest is, in the last few days you can go for the DVT and for the DAMS notes. If you have the last 30 days, you should just read DAMS notes and do DVT of one subject per day. I mean, I know it's a little difficult to complete a subject in a day, but if you try, it will happen.
So I'm sure the country will have a great neurologist in you.
Thank
in
you, sir.
future.
Thank you so much.
And now I'm going to put you in a hot seat. I want you to say something motivational for future aspirants. Anything that you want to say, some kind of a line which would pep them up.
Basically, don't give up. That's the basic thing, because I had anxiety attacks just before my NEET, just before my NIMHANS and AIMS. But the thing is not to give up. And if you have any psychological problem, consult a psychiatrist or go to someone who can help you with it. Do not keep that within you. It is, fighting our own inner demons. That is most important, because at the end of the day, if you are anxious during an exam, you will perform much worse than what you would have performed if you were happy or relaxed. So it may keep your mental health normal. That's
Yes, I would put it in a different way. Like, it's more about mindset today.
Yes,
Like, with
sir.
the kind of stresses that the medical students have to go through and the kind of workload we have,
Yes, sir.
kind of studies that we have to do, and then kind of competition. It's the battle is half won if you have the correct mindset.
Sure,
So
correct, sir.
that is where you have to kind of balance everything,
Yes,
and
sir.
you have to know what exactly, you have to know yourself, that what is it that is pushing you down and what is it
Yes.
that will pull you up, and then find the balance.
Yes, sir.
And always
Yes.
seek help if it is required. Always seek help. That
Yes,
is
sir.
again a very important thing.
Yes.
So with this note, we conclude this interview, and I wish him all the best.
Thank you,
I
sir.
would, on behalf of the entire DAMS team here and the DAMS team at Pune, they have specially asked me to congratulate you on their behalf.
Thank you,
and
sir.
we are very happy with your achievement, and we are sure you will make the country proud as a great neurologist in future.
Thank
we
you,
wish
sir.
you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.